Ladies and gentlemen, you're watching the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. I'm your host, Michael Karvelis. This is Daily Dive. It is Friday, February the 6th, 2026, and this show begins now. We are live streaming via the airwaves of North American Talk Radio on YouTube. Please be sure to subscribe to the channel before you leave for other great shows and live content, and to get reminded when this show is happening. On today's awesome episode, we're going to first talk to Gamble Guy about his best bets for this weekend and about what's on his mind. Then we'll get to NLL TSN analyst Pat Gregoire, as he'll get you his 3 best bets for the weekend. Also, stay tuned for the Crew's Pick'em and Best Bets. And by the way, Captain will not be on today's show, but he will provide his ladder later on. Thankfully, there's no games today. I say thankfully for our sake, but not thankfully for the fans' sake. So, before we get started, this show is presented by the NLL merch found at natalkradio.us/NLL. Head over there now, get the player name shirts, etc. And now it's time to bring in a man who doesn't even need to watch lacrosse to make his bets look good. And what a poor intro that was. It's Gamble Guy, baby. And I did unmute you, by the way.
Frick. Meatloaf.
Oh, no.
Oh, sorry. I never know what he's doing down there. Hey, sorry about that. That was embarrassing.
How you doing, man?
Oh, I couldn't be better.
That's right. Is what logo? Is Salem Hockey? Is that what that is?
That's the Falcon Sons high school hockey team that made the Final Four last year in Michigan. Let's go. And they're supposed to be, next season, they're supposed to be the elite team in the state. We'll see.
I love that.
And North American Talk Radio will probably have some cool behind the scenes from next season. We're going to kind of document the senior season for the young Falcon. What are you doing? What do you say?
You are a member of North American Talk Radio, so we appreciate your contributions in making that happen. So good stuff there.
Yeah.
There are. I hope I'm not whatever. So
I don't even know what that means.
Don't worry about it. We're going to talk gambling here, okay?
Okay.
So you were on 5 games this weekend. That being said, 3 of them Pat's going to get to, so we'll go through those briefly later. We're going to first talk about the Georgia Swarm and the Las Vegas Desert Dogs. As people know, Georgia is a surprising 5-3 thanks to the goaltending of Brett Dobson and a young offense starting to wake up, and that includes Lyle Thompson. Las Vegas Desert Dogs, big win against Oshawa, but the only reason why that's a big win is because I like Oshawa, and no one else really does. I say that to say this. What is your bet on this game? Who are you going with, sir? I believe you're on a money line. Yes, you are.
The Georgia Swarm are growing on me. I'll just say that. I'm sure they're happy to be home. Majority of their games have been on the road. Need some F-bombs for the swear jar. We got to
not on this show, but next to whatever.
We got to get our paper up. I don't know what the first comment means. Did I steal somebody's joke?
I don't. We steal everything, and we do things first, and we steal stuff. I don't know how that works. We'll go ahead.
That guy can eat a bag of dicks. Anyway, Georgia's got to be happy to be home. I think they're slightly better on paper. They definitely have a way better goal differential. They're plus 19. Vegas is -1. That's pretty much where I'm putting all my eggs in that basket.
I like that.
Yeah, so go Georgia and Kai the goalie. Lacrosse out cancer. We're going all Swarm this week.
So Landon Kells, can I just ban him from the YouTube? This is stupid. It gets annoying.
No, who cares what he says?
Okay, anyways. So Landon Kells.
I mean, he knows nothing about women, but he's trying to get them, you know.
I just want to. I'm so tired of. I just want to talk.
Dude, it's okay. Haters are good. That's a good thing. That's a good problem to have.
Georgia Swarm, like I said, have been playing really well against their goalie Brett Dobson. Their offense has started to wake up, to your point, like I said earlier. Vegas, I'll admit, Landon Kells has been better recently, but again, like against who? And traveling to Georgia, I actually don't like either. Like, if I'm a lacrosse player from Canada and other areas out west, traveling to Duluth, the farthest south team, is also kind of a pain in the butt, in my opinion.
And you're catching Georgia on a heater. They're on a 3-game win streak. I don't think it ends here. I think they're pretty even on paper, but again, they're home. They played a majority of their games on the road. They're on a 3-game win streak. I just like them in this spot. Oh, yeah. I'm loving the comments. Every guy says that, buddy. Every guy says that. You're not reinventing the wheel here.
I just don't want to ruin the show or stupid stuff.
It's okay. It's funny to me. You can get serious when I'm gone.
Calgary Roughnecks is the next game you're on, as they are taking on the Ottawa Black Bears. Ottawa with a couple of letdowns recently that kind of even had me calling them frauds, because I'm like, here we go again. They're under 500 halfway through the season. Jeff Teat still being great. It doesn't matter, and their goaltender is no longer good again. So with that being said, Roughnecks have been getting kicked around.
Yes.
It seems like they have fight. I don't know if that's just my hypothetical. What do you think? Roughnecks, Black Bears in Ottawa.
I like patterns, right? So if you look, and again, despite what this guy in the comments is saying, yes, I'm the least informed guy on the show, and I'm proud of it. They lost 3-1-1. Now they're on a 3-game losing streak. I'm looking at the pattern. I'm calling it a win. Okay, that's what I'm basing it on, Mike. It's two kind of the worst team in the league and a team in the bottom half. I almost did the over/under on this one, but I'm going all Calgary. Let's go.
And that is set at 24.5 on DraftKings.
Yeah, it was a little high
for me. Yeah, I agreed with that. That was my point on that game too.
So I did take an over/under this week, but it was 22. That's the number I like. That's where I stop. You get up to the 23s, 24s, I get a little nervous. And I've learned from you and Captain too. Once you get up to the 23s and 24s, you're sweating it out at the end, hoping to hit that. So I was like, nah, I'm not going to do it.
I love it. So you are on you mentioned the Philadelphia Buffalo game is 22. I believe that's the even one on Cool Bet. Do you want to go 22.5 so you don't get screwed by a push? You want to go 22 even? Because I don't want it to push at 22 and you get a tie next to your name.
I see what you're saying. Yeah, give me the 22.5.
Just the hook helps out.
Yeah, I was thinking like an actual better though. Yeah,
sure.
Limit your loss with the even 22. But
other two bets are, of course,
you're going to talk about them later with Pat. So
no, but I'm saying the Warriors and Rush money line. I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory.
Right? Those are no brainers. The Rush should worry. I said backstage with you and Pat, the Rush should worry because their only loss of the year is when I bet on them. So,
well, I said this feels like, are we super duper too high on the Rush? But then like Chrome to your own life on the line. Why would Seals win that game? It makes no sense.
Right.
And why would you actually predict or for the record, put money on that is another thing. Like, forget picking them to win. Putting money would be gross.
What's my record again?
21-16. No bets are like cheap bets, so that's pretty good.
No, and I don't just take favorites either. I think I had a plus money line last week that I bet on. So yeah, I'll gamble away 21-16. I'll take it, despite what my biggest fan in the world is saying in the comments there.
Well, I don't know if they've hit one of their parlays, but that's okay.
We all spend our time somehow.
That's right. Thank you, Gamble Guy. As always, sir.
I got to get the tennis
at Gamble Guy 10, and you have a great day, sir.
All right, peace.
Woo! You see, some of these people on the show actually are athletes, which is interesting. Not me, obviously, but it's fun to talk the game. All right, next up, we are going to talk to Pat Gregoire. We appreciate Gamble Guy for joining us. Pat, I believe he should be doing the Oshawa game. Whatever game he's doing, we're talking to Pat Gregoire next. You are watching Daily Dive. It's weekend preview time, baby. We're right back. We're red hot, by the way.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Welcome back to Daily Dive, the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. And again, hoping one day to just be the first of many. We appreciate you tuning in to this broadcast here on February 6th, 2026. Super Bowl week is here, but one day before that are 6 NLL games. How are you betting on them? What should you bet on? And who are you picking? That's why we have guys on the show like Pat Gregoire coming up pretty soon. Once again, the NLL merchandise can be found at natalkradio.us/NLL, the Amazon link that you see right there. NLL's been soft launching some merchandise. I'm not mad at them. Good for them. We're happy that strides are being made on a department, I have to admit, folks, was pretty a big talking point for me and others. And it's like, it feels good. It feels good that things are finally taking the steps needed, no matter who motivated that process. I'm happy. Now let's talk to a man, Pat Gregoire, who, are you doing a game this weekend, by the way?
I am. I am
knew
doing
it.
a game with Teddy Jenner, Ashley Docking in Hamilton, Battle of Southern Ontario, the Trillium Cup. I'm going to be pushing, and thank you for pushing that. The Trillium Cup.
Dude.
It makes too much sense. The Ontario Flower, there's 3 teams. It's an absolute no-brainer, but it should be a good one.
I didn't even think of the 3 teams part, and I don't want to take all of our time on this, but some names you can't just, like calling it the Peach Cup would be, like a name like that just doesn't sound,
yeah.
Trillium just sounds cool.
It does.
And we needed a name, and that Battle of Ontario is done. That works.
Yeah, the Trillium Cup, you could make a really nice trophy with 3 prongs on it.
Yes.
And it symbolizes the flower of Ontario. It symbolizes the 3 teams that are there. I think it's a no-brainer. I think it's an absolute no-brainer.
Speaking of symbolizing, the NLL does Indigenous heritage jerseys a lot. I believe every team does that eventually. Buffalo,
not every team, but most. A lot of them do. Yeah.
Yeah. So Calgary always does great. Theirs has already been shown. Buffalo this weekend, designed by a player, is something I don't. In my 4 years, I haven't seen. I don't know if you've seen it before. That's pretty rare. Has to be.
It is very rare. Clay Scanlon did a fantastic job designing the jerseys, but Larson Sundown actually helped design the Ottawa Black Bear, the primary jerseys that they wear.
Oh, okay. Well, I'm talking about, that's a good point, because I do remember that, and I was like, okay, that.
Yes. Still, though, it's still very, very cool. And this isn't the first time Buffalo's done something quite like this. During the early years of the Tucker Out Lymphoma Cup, Dyson Williams actually was one of the folks who helped design those jerseys, obviously well before he was a player in the league. But Scott Loeffler, definitely creative when it comes to a lot of these jerseys and reaches out to others to help. And no one better to do it than someone on your team who obviously has a lot of ties to the local indigenous communities in Buffalo and the Seneca Nation. And these are really sweet jerseys. Really like them.
Great point. Because again, I forgot about again. I'm getting cooked in the chat now for the. I look in Lyle like, okay, so I've been corrected on that point. I love it though. All right,
Yeah, awesome.
3 games here. Let's go to the Buffalo Philly game first. I said, yesterday on the creating the narrative, like I need Buffalo to stomp these guys and strangle them because like if there's any hope of their competitors again, you don't play around with your food in this game. That being said, there's also a sweet total and other things to look at. What are the polar bears shown you that you think you could kind of sneak behind them and reach for?
I feel like I kind of missed the boat here coming on earlier in the week because the line was at 2. Obviously, the money line way too juicy at minus 233 at Coolbet. I do even think plus minus 2.5. Like I do agree with you. I think this is an absolute get right spot for Buffalo. I think they should be able to pump Philly with goals. I think Philly's offense, might be able to try to get back on track here. I do think though, Buffalo, like this is a complete get right spot. With that being said though, Mike, it's like, okay, well, I think Buffalo could do a lot of the carrying here in this game. I think that their offense is going to explode here. And Nick Demude has played out of his head. And I also think that even when you look at the defense, and I know there's been a lot of chatter about how vastly improved they are. I really don't think that they've been all that improved. I think that it's just been their goaltending that kind of has held down the fort. But the offense has been putrid, has been awful. And I think that this, though, for Philly, they have to show a pulse at some point as well. These are two offenses that have to get things going. So that's why I'm leaning towards the over 22 currently at Coolbet right now. I just for me, I think Buffalo puts on a show here. I think they get back on track. And if they don't, this is a major problem. 2.5, certainly intriguing, but like I think there's a lot of opportunity for backdoor coverage for Philly here.
So my thing is with this game, and I do like the over. I said 13-9, and I know that like I don't like getting talked into bets, but you made a good case. Even if Buffalo doesn't blow them out, their offense has got to get on track. Their coaching is too good for it not to. The players, to better points, are too good for it not to. And Philadelphia's offense, I said it after the first game in San Diego. I don't know what it was doing. It did not look comfortable. It looked like a lot of one-man shows. And I feel like their offense has enough guys on it. What is it? Sowers, O'Neal, and Joe Rez. There's enough to make the apple move a little bit here. And I know like not everyone's great on the team, but you have to show some fight here. So I can see both offenses. I like that. I'm not going to do the over 22, but I do like your pick there.
Yeah, it's, Mike, for me, it's just when I watch this Philly offense, you're totally right. Like they have the guys to do it. It's just too perimeter right now. They're not extending possessions. And I don't know if it was, I think it might've been on OTCB this week. Talked about it with Teddy. I'd like to see Joe Rezateritz be a little more assertive and start shooting the ball more. And maybe this is a little bit of a tryout for Joe Rezateritz. He's back home. Maybe this is an opportunity to show that, Chugger should be picking up the phone, calling Paul Day at the deadline, getting Buffalo Joe back home. So I'll take the over. This of the 3 bets that I have, probably my least favorite of the 3. But I think after doing a little bit of digging, I think that we could see Buffalo doing a lot of the carrying lifting on this over.
That too. Andrew Luck, for the record. I do have a Peyton Manning jersey though, but it's like might have been a medium at like that. It was a long time ago. Before I turned 18, for the record there. So now let's get to we'll do Vancouver Warriors game first against Rochester. What do you think, or have you heard whatever Is Rylan Hartley playing, and does that factor into your decision as well?
It doesn't really factor into my decision.
I like that.
First, what doesn't not matter which goalie's in, I still feel confident with my pick. With that being said, there have been a lot of reports out there. We've heard there is going to be an appeal. Then we heard, there isn't going to be appeal. The NLLPA would only appeal if it was 2 or 3 games or more. Now we're hearing that they will withdraw their appeal or suggest Rylan Hartley to not appeal. Here's the thing, and I think Jake Elliott was the first one to put it out there, #first, said that the NLLPA automatically puts out a review. They automatically They automatically appeal the suspension. The appeal actually has time over the weekend. The PA has a decision at the start of the week, the following week. So it would be next week to then decide if they want to carry on with the appeal or withdraw the appeal. So with that being said, whether there is a full appeal process next week or not, that does not matter. Rylan Hartley can play regardless if he wants to, unless himself tells the NLLPA, hey, I'm not going to appeal this before the game. Let's not do this. In all likelihood, as also based upon what we saw with Rochester putting something out, this also could be gamesmanship, not allowing Vancouver to know which goaltender they're going to start. That could be a possibility as well. But based off what they said, that they were going to follow with the due process with the NLLPA and appeal. So my assumption is that Rylan Hartley is not going to the NLLPA before this weekend to say, withdraw my appeal. So with all that being said, I expect Hartley to be in the net this week, whether he continues with the appeal or the NLLPA says we're going to continue with the appeal or whatever. That is here nor there. I believe he'll be playing. And with that being said, I still don't really care all that much because I am a firm believer that this Vancouver team has turned a corner. That Vancouver now is maybe not up there with the Colorados and the Saskatchewans of the world, but they're darn close. And I think with another Fletcher Muscle game, this absolutely could prove that they deserve to be in that conversation. I've got them on the money line, -145.
Love that.
I'm really close, though, to going -1.5.
Oh. I mean, -145.
For me, I'm just going to stick with the easier play here and take the money line. I'll be a little bit scared because, again, could see some backdoor capabilities here. But the defense, too big, too strong, too mean. Transitions too fast.
Yeah.
The offense is starting to click. And that is the icing on the cake, Mike. Yeah. That Rochester defense, and I'm sure they'll have a better effort. So only scoring 6 goals against them, they couldn't find anything. And I think they'll probably have a little bit of a better of a punch here, Mike.
Yeah.
I just don't think they've got enough against this defense against Del Bianco. And I really do think that the edge here is Vancouver's offense against that defense. And for those who want fireworks, for those who want a spectacle, I don't think it's happening unless we get late in this game and it's a blowout, which there could be blowout potential. But whether Hartley plays or not, don't expect the popcorn, don't expect the fireworks. I think everyone's going to be on their best behavior.
As they should. I mean, I've said it off the air to a couple of people, including yourself, that Brian Lemon's going to tell us guys to hold this game early, and then, like you said, save it for the beginning of the game or the end of the game, whatever it is. Real quick on the game itself, if you are backing Rochester and you're thinking, well, if Rylan Hartley doesn't play, Hutchcraft has been terrible. I agree with you. My consolation that, and I'm not on Rochester. I'm not even on this game because I don't want to touch it. I think Hutchcraft with a week to, if he does start for them, which he want, but I'm saying for people on the Rochester betting side of this, Hutchcraft with a week to prepare, I feel like would be better than he has been, hopefully. Because he has shown in the past he can be decent. And I don't know. Now, you might still lose by 4 or 5, but you're going to be closer than 16-6, in my opinion. And even that felt like the score was worse than that. So
yeah, fair enough. I really do think that we see Hartley, and he is a competitor. We know that.
He's been great this year too.
Yeah, and I think I think the score should be closer with Hartley in the net, but I really, it's not about Hartley here for me, Mike. It's more about Vancouver's defense and Christian Del Bianco, if anything.
I like it. And again, I like the Warriors too. The Ottawa game really got me going, and they did what they did, and I was okay. We're good. Rush against the Seals in San Diego, yeah. And I did tell people like, "Oh, can Seals win?" It's not happening. But are you going to pick the Seals?
No.
So that's fair point. Fair point.
Listen, I get it. San Diego's been playing a lot better. Their offense looks like they're starting to find their footing. It's still way too one-dimensional regarding the floor balance. Like when you look at this offense, everything's coming from the righties. You got Trey LeClaire with 30 points. Westberg, 27 points. Pat Cavanaugh, 21 points. It's a massive drop-off with the lefties. Watson, Robinson, Courier, they're all 19, 18, 17, respectively. Even Ben McIntosh, when he's healthy in that lineup, has looked really good on that right side. But like I said, this is similar to what I talked about with Vancouver. This is more about Saskatchewan than it is about San Diego. They're a well-oiled machine. If there was going to be the letdown spot, it was last week. It was last week against Calgary where they went down 3-0 real quick.
That is true, yes.
And then they flipped the switch right away.
Yeah.
Right away. I get it. Long travel. Pechanga Arena is tough to play at. Yeah. I don't know. This is a different team. This is a different beast we're talking about. And San Diego, sure, you had 3 really good games in a row. I'm not going to knock you on the Vancouver game. Vancouver did not look good in that game. And then, cool, you beat Philly 2 games in a row. That, to quote the great Canadian Shania Twain, that don't impress me much. I absolutely think that this is a Saskatchewan spot where they flex their muscles and continue to just impress. And I'm sure they're hearing the noise about everyone saying, ooh, Colorado's the best team in the league. Colorado. Ooh. I think this is like, okay, we see what you're talking about. And they go out there and continue to fill the net and play stout defense.
To be fair, I am the one leading the charge on Seals comeback just because, but yeah, if you're putting money on the game, it would be on the Rush. And it's on money line, or what did you tell people?
No, well, I was initially going to go money line, but with the movement that we've seen, especially at Cool Bet, down to -159, I'm not going to do that. That's too cowardly. -1.5 at 106. So you get a pretty good number there at Cool Bet for them to cover the spread.
For the record, this is the way I view the person. Shania Twain, you said?
Yes.
Is she related to Mark? Don't answer. That's a stupid question. I know she's not related to Mark Twain.
No.
Good writer, though. Both of them.
I assume she writes her songs. I don't know.
Oh, don't do that. Don't do that, Pat. Now you're going to be like the hated. He hates the Queen of Canada, apparently.
No. I said she writes her songs. I did not say that she didn't.
The Taylor Swift up north. I'm kidding. Thank you, sir, for all that you do. And the game that you're on again is Oshawa, right?
Oshawa, Toronto, in Hamilton. I know that's a Friday night on Saturday night. Yeah, it's a lot of words, but hey, we're gonna have fun. It should be a good game. Before I get going here, Mike, I do have another bet, and I don't know if it can count in our best bets, but I got a little bit of a parlay for you. So
I've done parlays and best bets before.
We know it's the big game. We know there's another game going on this weekend. So what I think I'm going to do here, Mike, is Drake May over 32.5 rushing yards.
Oh,
because I think he's going to have to use his legs if this team wants to stay relevant with that defense. And to be quite honest, he's been running quite well all season long. 66 yards against the Chargers, 65 yards against the Broncos. So give me Drake May over 32.5 yards. And what we're going to do with that, we're going to parlay it with the Buffalo Bandits to win on the money line plus 127.
So again, just so I can do these all for you. You want the Rush to cover, correct? You want the Warriors money line, and you're keeping the Wings Bandits over, right? Those are all three separate bets. And you were banking on the fact that if this one, the two-legger hits that you said of Drake May over, and then you said, what was this? The second one, the Bandits money line?
Yeah.
That's like 4 bets. So I like
that. If you can include that in the 4 bet, that's great.
Sure.
If not, that's just a little fun sprinkle for others that want to have fun with that one.
I did hit the Par Lotto last week, but my original Par Lotto a couple weeks ago was the Rams. I know. I'm good now.
Yeah,
We've learned.
I know.
No Broncos, no Bills, no Colts. What are we going to do? Just not watch the game?
Yeah, pretty much. No, we'll watch.
Oh, thank you, Pat. And again, I know we don't have time to get into this game, but just have fun with Oshawa. I do want to see the Oshawa. For the record, I am picking Oshawa again for God knows whatever reason. It's between me and him. That's all that matters. And I love the fact they made fun of the Hamilton thing. That was good fun social media for them.
Yeah, that was a funny video. It's a good rivalry brewing between those two. I know Toronto all sorts of fired up to get back at Oshawa in that first game. But I tell you, don't expect an 8-7 grinded out battle. Like I think we see more goals. Both these offenses are playing a lot better since the last time those two teams played in game number 1 of the year.
I said 12-10 Firewolves. I don't know. That's offense is going crazy. Now I feel stupid.
No, that's not offense is going crazy, but it's also not a snooze fest like we saw in the first game.
True.
12-10. I mean, I think Coolbet's got it at 22 dead on. So that's some pretty good handicapping there, Michael.
God, I'm getting too good. I'm not getting any bets from that, Pat. I just suck at this stuff. Thank you, Pat. Enjoy the call, and we will see you next time, sir.
Thanks, Mike. Keep doing what you're doing, man.
Thank you. Wow. I love the idea for future shows of going back, not going back, but like of adding, like, because we've done parlays like a couple of years ago on Best Bets. Part of me also wants to do the 2-legger on a few of them. I haven't done that in a while. My Best Bets and the Cruise pick 'em, and the recap of the Best Bets is coming up next. I might do a ladder. It won't be aired on the show if I do. Neither will Captain's Ladder. So stay tuned for those on social media. When we come back, what am I doing with the logo here? That looks better. Like 2 diving mans? Come on, bro. Anyways, when we come back, I am going to give the Crew's Best Bets and predictions, my official takes on each game. And then we're going to wrap it up. Hey, Trojan, I'm telling you, that outro is perfect for your condom brand. We'll be right back.
You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening. You're listening to North American Talk Radio, the all-new talk radio station featuring sports, movies, politics, mental health, and more. Check us out at natalkradio.com and subscribe today. Buy event tickets straight from our website to help the cause and get tickets to your favorite events for less. That's natalkradio.com. Thanks for listening.
Welcome back. You're watching Daily Dive, the only live Monday through Friday lacrosse talk show on the planet. I am your host, Michael Karvelis. It is Friday, February 6th. Hey, you're going to the game this weekend. How are you going to do that? I know. You're clicking the event tickets tab at natalkradio.com or .us. Good tickets, right? Easy process. I've done it before. Hey, now you look out of place. You're wearing a football jersey at a lacrosse game. That's weird. Where are you going to get your merch from before you get to the game? Oh, they do fast shipping at Amazon Prime. Use the Amazon link to the NLL store through us, natalkradio.us/NLL. Pretty easy stuff there. Get it all in one place. See, that time I did it well, but I still like choked on. Who burps on water? Golly day. One of these days, I'm going to get that stuff right. Few comments. Who is Mutt Lang wrote the songs? Because if that is insane ball knowledge by you, sir. If you actually know that information off the top, that's pretty good. The Canadian Dream, find success. Wow, dude. Oh my gosh, Westford. No. Man, come on. This is Kai. We live in Georgia. We think saying things like this makes us look like we're throwing stuff at like houses that way we can't. Whatever. Fire Sawyer, extend Sawyer. That's becoming one of my favorite inside jokes on the show. Best coach. Jeez, man. Best coach in Hamilton. I hope Biles pounds Subak into the ground, I would assume. And that's based on, I do wonder, because it's funny that Jake Elliott on Lax Class also mentioned Biles. I don't know if he said Subak, but that's interesting. If that's the case, yeah, get it out the way and play lacrosse. I don't mind that. You've heard of Bruce Codd. I've heard of Bruce Codd, like for myself. I know you're talking to Kai there. People in glass houses sit and throw. Yeah, well, you get it. I don't know if it applied there. All right, let's go game through game here. I will tell you myself and the crew's picks. There was no graphic yet, and thank God there's no games today because Daddy couldn't make the graphics. That's fine. Calgary Roughnecks and the Ottawa Black Bears. So in this game, Tim Dillon chose Ottawa, and Captain chose Ottawa as well. I am also staying on that track, and I am choosing Ottawa. I just feel like the Black Bears, I feel like we're at a low spot for them because before the Vancouver game, we really felt good about them, and they had played 7 games. But then, since then, they got pretty beat up by Vancouver. I know the game was 12-8, but it felt like it was arm's length the entire way. Then they get blasted by Toronto. Well, I know the Roughnecks held a 3-0 lead against the Rush. It was terrible after that, so I think the Black Bears can win. I'm not convinced to put it in my best bets, but I could see the Black Bears keeping the Roughnecks at arm's length here, winning by 2, maybe 3 goals. And I don't believe it's anybody's best bets. Oshawa Firewolves and the Toronto Rock in Hamilton. Tim Dillon has Toronto. Captain has Toronto. And I might as well jump off a bridge at this point. And I'm going to have the Oshawa Firewolves next to me when I do it. To be fair, it's not them making me do this. It's just like, come on, man. Are we too high on Toronto now? Oshawa's been playing competitive. I don't know. I don't know if Toronto's that. I feel like every one of their sisters going to pick Toronto this weekend. And one of these weeks, I'm going to look so good. I picked Oshawa. I already told you guys, I'm done with the Firewolves, like for playoff chances this year. But I can see them beating the Rock. Why not? Like, Holowchuk is not great. He is good and stable. I don't know if he's going to be great. I could be wrong. We'll have to see. Next game, Philadelphia Wings, Buffalo Bandits. I don't even want to say this out loud. Captain has Buffalo. Let's see here. I have got Buffalo. Pat Gregoire is using Buffalo in a small 2-leg parlay as one of his best bets. And Tim Dillon has Philadelphia. It's one of those games where I'm like, at this point, I hope I'm wrong, because you can't make a pick like the Wings, bro. You can't. I don't know if he's favoring American teams here. And to be fair, Timmy D has gotten better with his pick'ems. He was catching up a little bit. You can't pick the Wings, man. You just can't do it. Like, no one should pick the Wings unless they also played the lottery that weekend. Like, you can't do it, man. Oh, I was right. Like, come on, man. No one's picking them. And I think the score is going to be like 13-9. I could see Buffalo running it up. I hope they do, because I think they're good for the league. I don't want them playing with their food. And God, guys, if they lose, the topics next week are going to write themselves. And I will thank them if they do. But the downfall, 20-9 against Colorado, was a bad look. Losing to Philadelphia, even by 1 goal in overtime, would be the worst look this team has had in maybe a decade. I don't know if that's true, but it's been a while, I feel like, if you were to rewind the clock. Anyways, that's the way I feel about that game. Comments before I move on here. Never heard of her. Nice. It's my Bruce Cod. Look it up. They have history. Okay. So I wonder, like, the Kyle Jackson thing is interesting, actually, because he's like a good defender. I'm curious, though, if I know that's tongue-in-cheek, Michael Grace, but I can't do it. All right, next game. We've got Vegas Desert Dogs in the Swarm. So in this game, Captain is on Vegas. Tim Dillon is on Vegas, and Kai the goalie. I am on the Swarm. I am. I think the Georgia Swarm are going to win this game. My final score that I wrote down and handicapped was 12-9 Georgia. I think that's going to happen. There is a scenario, if I talk myself into it, by the time the show ends, that I'm on 2 bets in this game. One of them is the Swarm money line. I might add another one, but just know that is where my mindset is at. I know traveling is not huge in sports sometimes if you're a better team. I don't think Vegas is that much of a better team that they can do a weird travel schedule and they can beat the unbelievable person playing in net. Like, we have literally replaced Brett Dobson with some kind of god at this point, based on your religion. I think it's crazy. I'm gonna go with Georgia. We've got some more stuff here. Here's a good defender, Jackson. Having 4 games going on at the exact same time. I agree. You can't be. Nope. We rebuke you. Funny. Even better. Even better. I feel like as I was saying that, I literally was like, he plays offense, you idiots. There you go. We'll see. I knew a little bit. That's a lie. I did not know. That literally is how much that move makes sense to me. I'm like, what is, like, okay, thanks, Philly. Like, what are we doing here? Yeah, same. You know, again, I didn't like the schedule. I feel like if you're like an NLL, like, I know like the teams probably are in charge of their schedules to start. If you're an NLL person, you're like, whoa, week 11 looks kind of weird, don't we think here? Anyways, Preston picked Georgia. Wow, dude. It's come to that. Thank you, Kai. Anyways, I think Georgia wins. I'm on the Swarm money line in that game. I was going to go with the under. I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Can't do it. My handicap was under 23.5, and that's what the book said. It's too good to be true. Swarm money line, I'll be fine. Next game, Rush Seals. Now, again, if you can't make it up. I am on the Rush. Gamble Guy is on the Rush. Captain is on the Rush. Pat Gregoire is on the Rush to cover. I think we should have a vote. Which pick was worse by Tim Dillon? The Wings at the Bandits, like Wings to beat the Bandits in Buffalo, or the Seals in the Rush? I hope I am not, because remember I said in my narrative that maybe the Seals, like, what if they win a stupid game here? I didn't mean that. What's worse, man? Oh, I think it's a fun thing that we do. Actually, that character is meant to be like having fun and not really taking ourselves too seriously. Like, we just clearly have fun on that stuff. So that's what that is. I just can't see on the way. Oh, in week 11 of 2026, like, what are we doing here? I said the game was going to be Rush by a score of 13-10. But that's on whatever. I like the Rush money line here, by the way. Finally, Rochester, Vancouver. I think this game could be competitive a little bit, but part of me is like, man, Vancouver might have found their stride, or they might be beginning to take steps towards that. Rochester seems to be in a space right now. Like, the standings, just so we're clear, if Nighthawks lose, they're back down to 500, and suddenly that 2-0 start is long gone. So I hope Rochester wins. I think it would be awesome for the league if they win this game and the teams meet in the playoffs and all, heck breaks loose. But, man, I think Warriors might win this game. I think they might do it handedly. I'm not on this game, but my brain, which usually works pretty well on this stuff, like my gut has been on Oshawa all year, and I just throw it back up. My brain has been fading Oshawa all year. Like, that's my issue right now. I'm wearing my emotions on my sleeve. I feel like, yeah, Rochester keeps it close because they're still pretty good. But are they, dude? No. In fact, I'll do it. Because Pat wouldn't do it, and because I am currently now 3 games over 500 in the best bets, I'm going to afford to lose one here. And I do not encourage you to place this bet. For the sake of my record and this show, give me the Warriors to cover the 1.5 for no reason whatsoever. I mean, there's the reasoning is the Warriors are now looking like they're a punch above. And I'm not mad at the fact that that could be the case here. So it is what it is. And just for the record, on Cool Bet for you Canadians, you Canadians sounds mean. The Warriors to cover. Oh my! We're getting plus money, folks. Woo-wee! You know what? Part of me actually wouldn't mind the idea. Part of me would not mind the idea of what is that thing called? Of putting it on my greedy ladder. Wow. It is Mutt, by the way. Mutt did write that song by, what was it, Shania Twain? Good for y'all. If the Seals lose, do they clean house? I hope so. I don't hope so. I think, as we've seen, some coaches have been fired. I know they're assistant coaches. Fired their guy, and then the Thunderbirds got rid of their offensive guy. It feels like the league is growing here. And I'm not saying we have to get to be like the NFL or the NBA where we keep firing coaches, but Patrick Merrill, and if they lose this game, they're not firing their coach. But like, if you miss the playoffs or get bounced in the first round and you're not competitive again, yeah, he might have to go. I don't know. Does he go though because of Josiah? That's another thing. That was my next point. Like what Frick said. Yeah, there you go. Bring back Steve Govett. Steve Govett. There you go. What's the latest on the Wings? Oh my. We're gonna go down that rabbit hole. Fun. I still think Josiah keeps him local. If that helps you. So again, the crew's best bets are as follows here. Pat Gregoire, who is 24-14, having a legendary run in what has been a pretty hard year for most cappers, it seems like. Like Hutton Jackson, myself, and I was like pretty good the first 2 years. Like the 23-20 for me is just blah. But Pat is going with, again, the rush to cover the 1.5, the Warriors money line, Philadelphia Buffalo over 22. He's doing even because he only does cool bets. So just keep that in mind. He also has added a fourth bet on the air, live from Cool Bets. The over rushing yards for Drake May, I believe, was like 32.5. I believe was the number there. He's also he's combining that with a Buffalo Bandits money line, so that gets him under the proper threshold. Like my rules on the show are minus 190 or greater odds, so we're not like getting gimmies. I believe next year we're going to make that even better, like 160 or so or better odds. But right now, I believe he's like that guy was like 130 or minus 140. So really good stuff for him. So again, if the parlay wins, it counts as one bet towards his record for those of you keeping track. But again, rush to cover, Warriors money line, Wings Bandits over 22, and then the parlay of Drake May over rushing yards, and then the Bandits money line for Pat Gregoire. Gamble Guy, who carries a 21-16 record into this weekend, likes the Swarm money line, the Roughnecks to cover the plus 1.5 against the Black Bears. He likes the Warriors money line as well, and he's going with the Rush money line for that. He also is going with the Wings Bandits over 22.5. And because he is not limited to cool bets, Gamble Guy did take the hook there. So in case it does go to 22, he doesn't get a push. Like he gets either a W or an L. Like to me, like I hate the tie next to my name. I will ask him later to confirm if that's what he still wants to do. But he told us earlier he'll go over 22.5. We'll see. Either or. The key is to hit 23 and don't have to worry about it. My best bets are as follows. Give me the Rush money line. Give me the Swarm money line. Give me the Warriors. Let me just make sure because I like to win people money here and not lose them money. I'll go Warriors money line. Minus 145 on cool bet is too good of odds to pass up. So again, I'll probably put the cover 1.5 on the greedy ladder, which I believe we're now 2 steps deep for myself, which is pretty cool. Okay. I got another text saying Kyle Jackson plays offense. Again, that shows you how significant that move is. Reminder, folks, to donate to pediatric cancer. Okay? You got, where was this again? Lacrosse out cancer. Where's your comment, Kai? There it is. Bang. Swear to job of standing on that. And one other thing I'll get to here, Cody Jansen says, Mike, rank your top 5 Winter Olympic sports. That's a great question, actually. I don't know what it's called. What is that like? Is it like the downward slope, wherever they do, where like they get in that little sleigh thing, like they go around the big, like high bank turns. I don't even know how they score that. That's pretty cool, honestly. Like, what's another winter sport? I mean, would hockey, is that in Winter Olympics? Like, that's how far back I am. Like, I know Summer Olympics, even though I don't watch either or, but winter, is it called luge? Or, wow, what a name for that. Curling? Oh, we're talking about sports, whatever they are. Yeah. I think the curling phenomenon that people got into was weird. Like that to me was not entertaining. There was a few things in the Winter Olympics that are entertaining. I mean, is lacrosse a winter sport? I don't know. Box lacrosse looks like it might be. Like, can we do that? Or like, I know like basketball's in the Summer Olympics, but like if you play indoors, I mean, could like box lacrosse? I don't know. That's so weird. Like sixes with like if sixes didn't exist, do you guys think like how do they classify? Does something cold like ice have to be happening? Is that why hockey gets to be in there? Like, if hockey played in the summer historically, what a weird topic I just got myself into. Like, do you have to like have ice or something involved? I don't know. Yeah, her and every other person that went on Facebook that Winter Olympics. I'm like, why what are we doing here? So yeah, ice skating, maybe. Again, that's not a fun one to me. Wow. We are a lacrosse talk show. Yeah. Yeah. Thanks so much. Oh. We should make this debate on Twitter. Do you think box lacrosse should be an Olympic winter sport, or is it a winter Olympics? Oh, wow. You have a great day, everybody. There's no games tonight, which again makes no sense. Try to stay safe tonight if you go out drinking instead of watching the games. Or if you do both, there won't be any games on. So, like, what's the point? But yeah, you have a great day, great weekend, and we'll see you Monday. Thanks so much for all the comments. It keeps the conversation way more fun. What? I'm done. I'm so done with this. We have gone like 10 different ways today, which is why I'm like one of these days when we get like, popular enough, it's gonna suck having a producer run the comments on which ones are on screen. So enjoy this moment in history, and now I'll end the show. That's fair. Bye, everybody.